I cannot believe I am back. Wow. Where do I start? Anyone who clicked on this video, hello. Hope that you will subscribe to my channel. I think the reason I decided to film this is because during my pregnancy, specifically when I was in the 3rd trimester, I was kind of getting really anxious about labor, what contractions were going to feel like, and kind of what the whole process was going to be like. I spent so many hours on YouTube watching labor and delivery videos, and I was really inspired by so many, and I thought, wow, if I somehow have a inspirational birth story or it's fascinating enough to share, then I'm going to do it. So let me go ahead and tell you guys how our beautiful little girl came into this world. Got back from the hospital, and after talking to our doctor, we've realized that this baby girl is just not getting any more nutrients from my body. As a result, her belly measurement size is continuing to drop, and so we just feel at peace knowing that our girl is ready to come into this world and meet mommy and daddy.
It's just crazy, you know. It's just one of those life moments, like when you get married, where you're just in awe of like all that God has done for you, and can't believe that something this cool is happening and you're having a kid.
I'm anxious, I'm nervous, I'm ready. I'm just want to get this girl out so I can just feed her.
Why is your head in the corner like that?
Because I'm trying to get you in it too. We're just praying for a smooth process as this begins today.
Oh.
And that tomorrow she will be in this world. That Monday night, I got checked into the hospital, and my doctor gave me Cervidil, which is something that they sort of put up your cervix. It kind of looks like a tampon, and it allows your body to kind of naturally start going into labor, and it starts softening up the cervix and all that. I was already 1 to 2 centimeters dilated when I was checked into the hospital. So I felt like, okay, that's kind of good. You know, at least my body's kind of starting the process. After 12 hours, they take it out, and that's what they did. So the next morning, it was around 5 a.m. that they took it out. And I was so like, oh my God, okay, so what am I at now? And I was only dilated at that point 3 to 4 centimeters. And my doctor was like, okay, that's good. We're gonna go in and rupture your water. And I thought, rupture my water? Before my doctor broke my water, I went ahead and I got my epidural in. The needle itself doesn't really hurt, but it was this weird electric shock that ran through my legs. I was like, okay, great. Ooh, I can't feel anything anymore. And it was all peachy after that. This is where the story gets kind of cray-cray. I started feeling the period cramps feeling, you know? And I was like, hold up. I'm not supposed to be feeling anything, am I? I was feeling great. Like, is this normal? It started intensifying. So they tried giving me more, but at that point, my body was just like rejecting it. I don't know. Or maybe the epidural from me laying in the bed. Maybe I slid around a little bit and the tape wasn't secure enough and it moved, and it really started to wear off on my left side, which is interesting because when I felt the epidural go through me, it was mostly through my right side, that electric kind of shock thing. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we have to get an anesthesiologist up here to fix this, because I mean, when I go into labor, like, I was terrified. I was like, I had planned on epidural this whole time. Like, what's going on? I was also getting Pitocin, which is, you know, a drug that sometimes they'll give you when you're induced to really intensify the contractions. So anyways, if you're wondering what a contraction feels like, I definitely felt it in the back and in the front, and it was really intense period cramps. It wasn't just the intensity of the pain that made it hard. I think for me, it's the consistency of the contractions. I literally felt like I only had like 30 seconds to rest in between contractions when another one would come and hit me. And so I think that's also what makes it hard on your body, is like, you literally have to breathe through it, and those little seconds that you have, You just need to kind of not talk to anyone, and you need to relax because you're going to need that energy later on. The staff at USC Verdugo Hills Hospital was incredible. I lucked out because one of my really good friends, Rachel, she happened to be my delivery nurse. So she really did take care of me, and she made sure that I was in the best hands. And so having her there, I felt like I was going to be okay, even though my epidural wore off. And so I knew that it was going to get harder, but I tried not to really focus on that. And I tried not to focus on the pain. I just tried to take it one contraction at a time. It really did help when I was breathing and just focusing. So 2 hours passes by, and I'm just breathing through these contractions that are now hitting me like every minute. So when Rachel checked me to see kind of where we were at with the dilation, I was literally like, oh my gosh, please God, let me be at a 6 centimeter, please. For those of you who don't know, you have to be at 10 to actually get to the part where you can push. She checks me and she goes, Saz, you're at a 10. A 10. I was like, what? I started crying in that moment. I just busted out into tears. Looking back now, I think those tears were obviously from, oh my gosh, like we're here. This is the finish line. But also I was just so overwhelmed with pain, and I felt like, oh my gosh, like this is it. Like I'm about to push a head out of my you-know-what. Like what? And I'm gonna share this for any expecting moms out there because I would have loved to know. She's like, we're going to start out each contraction with kind of a resting breath. So that basically is like, you do that, and then you go into the breathing for the push. So then you go into breathing in as much air as you can, holding it, and then pushing down out of your butt, basically, with as much strength, with everything that you have. And oh my gosh. So 2 hours goes by where I am just pushing with everything that I have. I actually busted a bunch of blood vessels on my face, not to freak anyone out there. I actually bruised my eyes somehow, and it was actually hard to see. Honestly, once I calmed down mentally and wasn't overthinking the whole pushing thing, and I just kind of listened to my body, I pushed down, we started noticing the baby was starting to crown. They got a mirror and they like put the mirror there so I could like see her head to like motivate me, because you could see a little part of her head. Do you want to touch her hair? She has hair. And I'm like, no, I honestly don't. I just want to get this over with. I was literally about to say, roll me into the C-section room. Like at that point, I was like, I am so down for having a C-section. Finally, when I heard her say, okay, that push was great, and she's there, we can go get the doctor, I just felt all this pressure. I was trying not to push. The doctor walks in, and my doctor, oh my gosh, she is amazing, bless her heart. She's like saying hi to everyone in the room, saying hi to my sister, and I'm just looking at her like, girl, get over here, like let's do this, like what in the world? She said, you are going to push this baby out. I'm not going to intervene and cut you, like you're going to do this, she's right there. And I just thought, oh my gosh, more pushing, how many more times do I have to push? And she said, you probably will just need to push 3 more times. And I thought, okay, I can do it, 3 more times. I've been doing this for 2 hours, I got this. My entire body was like shaking. I was sweating, I was not cute. So all those labor delivery photos you see of people, now I know why they put it in black and white. I mean, dang, I was like looking ratchet. So I pushed 6 more times, and on that 6th try, finally, she was right there, her head came out, and I was like, oh my gosh. Instantly, you feel this relief. My thoughts when she came out, you know, they instantly put her on my chest. She was covered in vernix, and then I heard her cry, and it was the most innocent cry I had ever heard. You know, after I got cleaned up and everyone left that night, Stevie and I kind of just, it was just the 3 of us, and it was amazing. I just felt God's presence in that room with us that night, and I felt so blessed, and I was really happy. You know, she was completely healthy, 5 pounds, 12 ounces. One of the first things we noticed about her instantly was just how strong she was, you guys. Like, she was tiny, but dang, like her reflexes and her legs and her arms and her kicks. I mean, she is a strong girl, which is really cool because we named her Valentina, which means strong and brave. Valentina is seriously the most precious baby. Stevie and I really lucked out. She's such a good baby. She already loves to sleep. I have to wake her up in the night to feed her. She's so chill. I feel like she's going to easily kind of mold into our lifestyle. It's not easy, I will say that. I am sleep deprived. She has her fussy moments, but for the most part, it's not half as bad as what I thought it would be. I'm really lucky that my induction story really did turn out to be the way that I had hoped. I still got to have the vaginal birth that I just really wanted to have. That was just a personal thing for me, and I'm glad that I got to experience that. I didn't tear. I was just so relieved. It made the recovery process really easy for me. Thank God, and I thank Valentina's little head. Well, felt like a big head as I was pushing it out, but I thank God now that, whew, she's my little Valentini, and she's already getting so big. She's literally my real life baby doll, and I'm just trying to soak up all of these moments right now. I've been, breastfeeding her, and that was kind of a challenge at the beginning, but we've worked it out, and now we're 100% breastfeeding, and I could do a whole nother video on that if you guys want to hear about that. Actually, let me know below if you do. Thank you for all the love you've been sending our way, and all of you guys who love our little girl. I think that's just so sweet, and we feel the positive vibes and the love, and we really appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I think I shared everything. She's probably waking up from her nap, so I've got to go feed her and probably change her because she loves to poop and shart on me. But other than that, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys, I don't know when, but soon. Thanks so much, and until next time, mwah, mwah. Bye, guys.
Look at my baby. Yes. Oh.
Let me see her profile.
Oh. You tired, Bobo? You're beautiful. That's gonna cause me a lot of problems in this life.
The way she's staring at you is killing me.
It's gonna cause me a lot of trouble if you're really pretty. You got big lips, pretty eyes, and a sweet little yawn. You know, guys can't resist a cute little yawn.
She looks like a Chipotle burrito.
Yes. Oh, you give me some smile. One nose. Oh. Oh.